What is the real secret behind the hidden power of the numbers 3, 6 and 9? Nikola Tesla knew it. Today you will learn to understand the true power of these numbers and discover their deeper meaning for you and your life. 3, 6 and 9 are far more than just numbers. They are a key to expanded consciousness, to free energy, and to a deeper understanding of the hidden order of the universe. But first, a warm welcome here on my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia Soyodaya Group. I'm a medium, a healer, and a messenger of the spiritual world, and a Vedic astrologer. And if you would like to receive a weekly energy update on current predictions, you can sign up for my free newsletter where I share important tools, techniques and information with you for free every week. You find the link directly below this video. Everything in the universe consists of energy, frequency and vibration. And the numbers 3, 6 and 9 are the numbers that govern these principles. Tesla recognized it, but his knowledge was ignored. Now it is time to uncover the true meaning of these numbers, not only for technologies like free energy and healing, but for your own consciousness. Because if you truly understand why these numbers appear everywhere in nature, in sacred geometry, and even in your own energy field, you will realize that they are a gateway to a higher reality. Nikola Tesla was not just a brilliant inventor, but also a man who saw the world through a completely different understanding of numbers and energy. His obsession with the numbers 3, 6 and 9 went far beyond ordinary mathematical considerations. They permeated his entire life. He performed numerous rituals that placed these numbers at the center. Before entering a building, he would walk around it exactly 3 times. He stayed exclusively in hotel rooms with numbers divisible by 3. Many thought these habits were strange, and some even wondered if Tesla had obsessive-compulsive disorder. But those who truly understood Tesla knew that he left nothing to chance. He believed that 3, 6 and 9 were the key to something much greater, a universal law deeply embedded in the structure of reality. He was convinced that the entire universe is based on energy, frequency and vibration, and that precisely these numbers reflect the fundamental order of these principles. Tesla did not make arbitrary calculations. He searched for patterns. He saw the number 3 as an initial spark of energy, the number 6 as an amplification and structure of movement, and number 9 as an overarching control point that holds the entire system. In his understanding, the number 9 was the highest frequency, the essence of the creative force, which is not limited by the physical world. He warned that the world was ignoring this knowledge, and that as a result, humanity's greatest potential remained untapped. because those who truly understand what these numbers mean can not only decipher the fundamental principles of energy, but also gain deeper access to the universe itself. But why these numbers are so special? Why was Tesla so convinced that they were the key to a deeper truth? That is exactly what we are going to decipher now. Our reality follows a hidden order that can be found everywhere, in nature, in music, in the movement of the planets. But behind all of this lies a secret pattern that only a few truly understand. When numbers are continuously doubled, an interesting number code emerges. And this is 124875. 124875. 124875. And this code keeps repeating. How do I arrive at this code? To decipher this code, let's look at what happens when we keep doubling a number. We start with the number 1 and double it, 1. And 1 and 1 equals 2. 2 and 2 equals 4. 4 and 4 equals 8. 8 and 8 equals 16. And 16 we can reduce to a one-digit number, is 1 plus 6, and this equals 7. So you have after 8, 7. And then the next 16 and 16 equals 32. And 32 you can also extract in a one-digit number. And this is 3 plus 2 equals 5. So we have 124875. And then we have the number 32 and double 32 to 64. And 64 is 6 plus 4 is the number 10, and number 10 is 1 plus 0 equals 1. So the same circle begins again. And this starts over and over again. 124875. 124875. And in this pattern, there is no number 3, 6, or 9. But now let's look at what happens when we double number 3. If we have 3 plus 3 equals 6. And if we double the number 6, we get 12. And 12 we can reduce to the number 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 12, when we double 12, we get 24. And this is 2 plus 4 equals 6. So we have 6, 3, 6. And then we have 24, doubling is 48. 4 plus 8 equals 12, and 12 is 1 plus 2 equals 3. And so on. And you find an interesting pattern. 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. They are in an endless loop. What happens when we start this all with the number 6, doubling number 6? If we double number 6, we get 12, and 12 is 1 plus 2 equals 3. And if we double the number 12, we know we get 24, and 24 is the number 6. And if we double number 24, we get 48, and there we also get number 3. And so the pattern is the same, like with number 3, and we get 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. The 3 and the 6 are connected and oscillate between the two poles of this structure. And now we come to the number 9. If we double the number 9, we get 18. And this is 1 plus 8 equals 9. Then if we double the number 18, we get 36. 3 plus 6 equals 9. If we use 36 and double it, we get 72. And this is also 7 plus 2 equals 9. And so on. The 9 never changes when we double it. It always remains number 9. What does this mean? The numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5 are in an endless loop. They are part of the material universe, trapped in a repetitive cycle. But 3 and 6 exists outside of this system. They are not part of the confined loop, but they govern the movement within the system. The number 3 is the boundary, the threshold between opposites. Imagine that number 1 stands for white and positive, the one, the source, and number 2 stands for black and negative and duality and separation. Without the 3, there would be no separation between them. It would be the missing transition point. But the 3 is not simply a line between black and white. It is neutral, untouched by both sides, neither white nor black, but its own dimension in between. This separation and connection between the two poles makes the number 3 a key point in the structure of reality. It exists beyond duality, while at the same time maintaining the balance between the two extremes. And number 6 functions similarly on a higher level. While the 3 is the threshold between unity and duality, the number 6 controls the flow of energy within the system. It amplifies, accelerates, and balances the movement. And this means 3 and 6 are not ordinary numbers. They are fundamental structures that stabilize and regulate reality. The number 9 also exists outside of this movement. It is the control number that oversees the entire system and at the same time is the force that holds it all together. While number 3 sets the boundary and 6 directs the flow of energy, number 9 is the center, the ultimate order that unites all vibrations. Number 9 is the singularity, the source, the center of vibration that exists beyond physical limitations. No matter what number you multiply it with, it always remains number 9. No matter which system you insert it into, it does not change, but rather structures it from the outside. And this means 3 and 6 create movement and structure, but number 9 is the force that governs the entire universe from a higher level. But what exactly does this mean for our consciousness and our understanding of the universe? That is what we are going to decipher now. if number 3, 6, and 9 truly are the key to the universe, then this pattern must be found everywhere, in nature, in energy, and in the fundamental laws of reality. And that is exactly the case. If you want to understand the universe, you must understand the language of geometry. Everything that exists is based on specific mathematical ratios, and it is precisely here that 3, 6, and 9 appears in a way that cannot be coincidental. But let's look at a circle. Every circle has 360 degrees, a number that reduces to number 9. But that is only the beginning. If you divide the circle into equal parts, each angle results in a number that can be reduced back to 3, 6, and 9. A circle has 360 degrees. 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. A half circle has 180 degrees, and this is 1 plus 8 plus 0 equals 9. A quarter circle has 90 degrees. 9 plus 0 equals 9. And a sixth of a circle are 60 degrees. 6 plus 0 equals 6. And an eighth of a circle are 45 degrees. 4 plus 5 equals 9. No matter how often you divide the circle, the pattern of 3, 6, and 9 remains intact. But why is this important? Because geometry is the physical manifestation of energy. This means that the way shapes form in nature follows an energetic vibrational pattern that is directly connected to the numbers 3, 6, and 9. But it does not stop there. This principle appears in all geometric structures. In the triangle, you also have 180 degrees. In a square, you always have 360 degrees. And in a hexagon, you have 120 degrees. And this means the entire secret geometry is based on an energetic pattern that repeatedly leads back to 3, 6, and 9. And Tesla knew that energy is not chaotic. It follows a mathematical order. And here we see that 3, 6, and 9 not only describes frequencies, but also the entire structure of the physical world. It is not just a code, it is a mathematical signature of reality itself. It is a formula, it is the magic behind everything that exists. You are probably familiar with the flower of life. The flower of life is one of the oldest symbols of sacred geometry. It is not a random pattern, but a blueprint that can be found throughout all of nature, from plant structures to cell growth and even magnetic fields. The flower of life is one of the oldest symbols in sacred geometry, a blueprint that appears throughout nature. It grows in a hexagonal structure where the numbers 3 and 6 repeat as fundamental elements. Each new stage of growth follows multiples of these numbers, 6, 12, and 18 circles. Just as Tesla recognized that 3, 6, and 9 is a fundamental pattern behind energy movement, the flower of life reveals that this order already exists within the very structure of nature itself. And this means 3, 6, and 9 is not just a mathematical concept, it is embedded in the very geometry of creation itself. Tesla recognized that the entire universe is based on frequency, energy, and vibration. And this is exactly where the 3, 6, and 9 principle becomes visible. But where does it all begin? With sound. Sound is not just an audible noise, it is a vibration that shapes matter. Everything that exists vibrates in a specific frequency, even if we cannot hear it. Even light, thoughts, and emotions have a frequency. The idea that sound is the origin of creation appears in many spiritual and scientific concepts. In Vedic tradition, it is said that the universe was created through the primordial sound Om. In modern physics, we know that all matter is made of energy, and energy always has a specific frequency. But perhaps the most fascinating example of this is sound waves creating geometric forms. The phenomenon known as cymatics demonstrates that vibration directly creates form. When fine sand or water is placed on a vibrating surface, precise geometric patterns emerge, aligning exactly with the principles of sacred geometry and the 3, 6, and 9 code. Every sound is a frequency, a movement of energy that can be expressed in numbers. And once again, we find that these patterns are deeply connected to 3, 6, and 9. Music is nothing more than vibration, a direct expression of energy that influences our consciousness and reality. Every sound carries a specific frequency, which is not random, but follows a cosmic order. Certain tones create harmony, while others generate restlessness or disharmony. And these frequencies have a direct impact on your body, your nervous system, and your consciousness. That is exactly why sound was used in ancient cultures, not only for entertainment, but also as a tool for healing, expanding consciousness, and spiritual transformation. Particularly fascinating is the fact that some frequencies deeply resonate with our energy field, and many of them are based on 3, 6, and 9. A well-known example is the solfeggio frequencies, which are widely used in sound healing and consciousness work. 396 Hz is associated with releasing fear and negative emotions. 528 Hz, which reduces to 6, is known as the DNA healing frequency and is said to support regenerative processes. 639 Hz enhances harmonious communication and emotional balance, and 963 Hz, which reduces to 9, is believed to strengthen the connection to higher states of consciousness. Tesla understood that frequencies are not just sounds, they are the blueprints of reality. They influence matter, energy, and even our consciousness. And this is precisely why 3, 6, and 9 is not just a sequence, it is a fundamental structure of vibration that shapes the entire universe. The universe does not follow a random pattern. Everything moves within a precise order, even if it may appear chaotic at first glance. Tesla recognized that energy does not move in straight lines, it moves in spirals. Everything. And these natural spirals can be found everywhere in the cosmos. But why is this important? Tesla discovered that energy does not travel in a linear motion. It follows a vibrational pattern that builds a rhythm. And this is exactly where 3, 6, and 9 comes into play. Spirals that grow according to harmonic laws follow an energy structure that aligns with 3, 6, and 9. Expansion, rotation, balance. All of these principles can be traced back to a universal pattern that Tesla considered the key to reality. What does this mean for us? It shows that 369 is not just a sequence, but a fundamental structure of energy movement, whether in galaxies, in storms, or other natural phenomena. This principle appears over and over again. Tesla understood that this pattern not only governs the cosmos, but also affects our consciousness and our ability to work with energy. Yet, there is an even deeper level to this mystery, one that reveals the true structure of the universe itself. Tesla discovered that the entire universe follows a specific flow of energy, and this flow is not linear, it moves in endless circles. Exactly this pattern can be observed in the torus, a shape that repeats itself throughout nature. A torus is a self-sustaining, dynamic movement of energy. Imagine an apple or a smoke ring drifting through the air. This is a toroidal structure. Energy flows from the top into the center, moves through the core, and then expands outward, continuing in an endless motion. This process never stops. The torus follows a perfect symmetry in which energy flows along specific pathways. And these pathways continuously form the same pattern, a three-part movement that can be explained using numbers 3, 6, and 9. 3 is the initial impulse of energy movement, 6 is the amplification and flow, and 9 is the point of completion and renewal. This structure can be found everywhere in nature. The Earth's magnetic field, which protects the planet, follows a toroidal energy flow. The electromagnetic field of the human body, particularly the heart field, forms exactly the same shape. Even the way water flows in a vortex or the way planetary movements occur follows this flow. Tesla knew that energy is never lost, but it's constantly renewed, and that the torus is the perfect example of this process. He recognized that 3, 6, and 9 is a code behind this movement, the pattern that describes how energy remains in an endless cycle, while at the same time it is transforming. Tesla understood that energy never simply moves in a straight line, but follows a self-renewing motion. This form is visible everywhere in nature, in the Earth's magnetic field, in water vortices, and in the way planets and galaxies move. This universal pattern is called the torus, a dynamic energy form that constantly sustains and regenerates itself. But why does this structure specifically follow the 3, 6, and 9 principle? The answer lies in the movement of energy itself. 3 is the initial impulse, setting energy in motion. 6 is the amplification, the moment when the wave expands and gains strength. And 9 is the completion, the point at which energy either transforms into a new stage or returns to the cycle. It can be found in the Earth's magnetic fields, in the electromagnetic fields of a human body, or even in an energetic vortex observed in water, air, and cosmic movements. And Tesla knew this fundamental principle. Anyone who understands it realizes that energy is never lost. It only changes its form. And here lies the key. Those who understand how energy truly moves can utilize it consciously. Tesla knew that this knowledge had the potential to completely transform our understanding of energy and with it our consciousness. Tesla knew that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed. But what if it were possible not only to transform energy, but to access it without an end? What if there were a way to extract energy directly from the space around us, completely free and without limitation? That was exactly Tesla's vision. He understood that energy flows according to specific laws, and his research led him to the revolutionary concept of free energy, an energy source that could be harnessed through the Earth's natural electromagnetic field. One of his greatest projects was the Wardenclyffe Tower, was intended to achieve exactly that. Tesla built a gigantic tower to transmit energy into the atmosphere and make it receivable anywhere in the world. He understood that the Earth itself is a vast energy circuit, a torus that transports infinite energy if only one knows how to tap into it. But that was exactly what made his work dangerous. A source of unlimited, freely available energy would have changed the entire global economy. Electricity companies that relied on paid resources such as coal and oil would no longer have had control over energy supply. But behind the visible powers there are shadow organizations that wanted to prevent exactly that. Groups that have controlled who holds power for centuries. But Tesla realized even more. Energy is not just a physical force, it is the key to healing and consciousness, and is the structure of reality itself. Everything in the universe has its own vibration, and it is precisely these frequencies that determine our state. Every cell, every organ, even diseases have their own frequency. if these are specific influenced, not only can matter be changed, but healing can also be made possible. Diseases are not fixed conditions. They are energetic disharmonies that can be balanced through precisely tuned frequencies. Tesla developed technologies that enable exactly this. But just like his knowledge of free energy, this knowledge was also suppressed. His records on frequency healing disappeared after his death. And it's no coincidence that many of these discoveries are now coming to light again. The knowledge he discovered is not lost. It was only hidden for a long time. But more and more people today recognize that frequencies are not just sound or vibration, but the fundamental language of reality. Those who understand how frequency and vibration affect the body also understand how healing really works. Tesla did not leave us a blueprint for a new world. He left us a code. 3, 6, and 9 is not just a mathematical sequence, but the key to consciously directing energy, enabling healing, and unlocking our true potential. Tesla was not the only one who tried to make free energy usable. Many inventors after him developed devices that functioned without limited resources and disappeared or died under mysterious circumstances. Tesla himself also became a target of these forces. After he was financially ruined and his knowledge suppressed, he died under suspicious circumstances. And with him his life work and his records. But his legacy could not be completely erased. Today, in a time of global awakening, his knowledge is gradually becoming accessible again. More and more people recognize that 3, 6, and 9 is not just a mathematical curiosity, but a fundamental truth about energy and the universe. And that is exactly why it can no longer be stopped. The truth is coming to light. The old systems built on control, limitation, and fear are beginning to crumble. The world is changing, and with it, human consciousness. What was once hidden is now being revealed. The deceptions of the past are losing their power because more and more people are beginning to think for themselves, to research for themselves, and to question. For decades, we were taught to believe that energy is not free and that we must fight for our resources, that true freedom is impossible. But what if all of that is a lie? What if the world works completely differently than we were told? What if the keys to free energy had already been discovered long ago, but were simply hidden from us? The control over energy has always meant control over humanity. But the time when a few could rule over many is coming to an end. Systems built on lies cannot last forever. And that is exactly what we are witnessing now. The old structures are falling because consciousness is rising. We are at a turning point. Everyone who understands this knowledge contributes to bringing the truth further into the light. 3, 6, and 9 is more than just a sequence of numbers. It is a code, a key to true reality. And the more people recognize it, the less control the old system has over us. Now it is time for us to remember who we truly are and what is truly possible. The illusion is breaking, and with it everything that was built on deception. Do you believe that the truth can remain hidden any longer? Write it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends and community. Subscribe to my channel and activate the bell so that you don't miss another video. The systems that were meant to keep us small are falling, and more people recognize the truth, the faster it happens. The new world begins right now in you. And do not forget, I love you.